Hello, everyone. The US presidential election is fast approaching and is scheduled for Tuesday, November 5, 2024. This election will definitely include the selection of new president, vice president of the US, along with various other federal, state, or local officers. And this is very important because it can impact anything called immigration. And so today I'm going to explain some things, and we're also going to look at the trends in the I-140 or I-485 petitions. Now, before then, for those who may not really understand, the US fiscal year runs typically from October 1st to September 30th. So that means for the fiscal year 2024, it already started since October 1st, 2023, and is going to end on September 30th, 2024, and it's divided into 4 quarters. The first quarter runs from October to December. Each is 3 months. The second quarter from January 1st to March 31st. The third quarter from April 1st to June 30th, which is the one we are presently in as at the time of recording this video in June 2024. And the fourth quarter runs from July 1st to September 30th. So if you look at it that way, if election is taking place in November, so it's going to be shortly after the start of the 2025 fiscal year. And this is highly important when it comes to immigration. For example, in recent trends, the presidential candidate Joe Biden and Donald Trump has been talking exclusively as far as immigration is concerned. For example, Biden recently announced a plan that could offer citizenship to approximately 500,000 undocumented immigrants who are spouses of US citizens. And in the case of Donald Trump, he has definitely made a significant shift in his stance on immigration, particularly regarding foreign graduates of the US colleges and universities. And Trump is proposing to grant automatic green cards. Yes, you had that right. Automatic green cards to foreign students who graduate from a US college or university. Again, all these forces being pushed or proposed as we approach the election. So anything is possible. Now, to just talk quickly about impacts on Form I-140 petitions, definitely there could be a great impact. The outcome of the US presidential election can significantly impact immigration policies, including the main focus of today's video, from I-140 petitions for immigrant workers. And a couple of things could be like policy changes. Definitely, different administrations may have varying approaches to immigration. For instance, a change in administration could definitely lead to new policies that would either tighten or relax the criteria for this employment-based immigration. And even new policies or administrative priorities can definitely affect the processing times, of these immigration petitions. And changes will definitely occur, changes in leadership at the Department of Homeland Security and that of USCIS, United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, would also lead to, new regulations that can impact these I-140 petitions. And so, while we are aware of all of this, it's very important that you stay abreast of this information and make your decision also on time. So, for example, some of you are still like, oh, I don't want to apply now. I'm going to apply in 2 months' time, in 3 months' time. My advice will be that if you feel you already have all it takes, try to make your application now. So today, let's look at statistical trends in this petition, immigrant petition for alien workers, which is I-140. And if you look at the screen right now, you will see for the second quarter, which is from January 1st to March 31st, 2024, we can see the statistics of uh, the received forms I-140, the approved forms, and those that were denied. And we can also see for fiscal year since last year up until this present date, we can see the statistics as well. One thing that is significant here is the percentage of approval rate is about 77.32%, and only few percentage has been denied so far. And again, for the fiscal year as well, you can see the percentage rates, which of course improved compared to other previous years. And similarly, when you look at I-485 application to register permanent residence or adjust status. Again, for those in the employment-based category only, we can see that from January 1st to March 31st, we can see the numbers that were approved and the numbers denied, and you can see the total number of forms received, about 37,760. When you convert all this to percentage, we could see that the percentage of approval for those who are adjusting their status is about 84% for the second quarter. And since this fiscal year up to date, the percentage of approval, when we look at, when we put into consideration the approved number of cases, 50,000 plus, and the forms received 80,000 plus, we could see that the percentage of approval is about 63%, while the percentage of denial is also about 7%. So, which means that even both for I-140, when you first apply, for your petition to be considered, and when you're approved and you also want to file for adjustment of status, people are still denied. Denial is still very possible. So the main thing we also now want to look at today is something very, very particular to a country that has now joined the top 5 countries. So look at the codes on the screen. Says the top 5 countries which are determined by the total number of receipts of this employment-based I-140 in the fiscal year 2024 are India, China, Philippines, Brazil, and Nigeria. Yay, Nigeria. So now I want to draw more attention to Nigeria because I am in Nigeria, right? So let's take a look at what has been happening over the years for Nigerians. Take a look at this graph, and we can draw 1 or 2 lessons from this graph. The very first thing is that looking at this graph, it illustrates the trends in second preference, that's EB2 petitions for Nigerians from 2014, I beg your pardon, from 2014 up until 2024. Again, let's look at the trend. You can see the total petitions by the yellow lines, and that represents the total number of petitions. And we can see typically that it started relatively low. You know, look at the number trend there. It started very low and remains kind of stable. When we look at it all through, it remains kind of stable from 2014, the year we're looking at, up until 2019, as we can see here. Now, with a minor fluctuations between approximately, let's say, about 294 to 490 petitions that were submitted for this EB2 NIW by Nigerians. And we can see a significant increment from 2020, look at the graph here, from 2020 onwards, and that trend continues, and its peak at 2023, again with about 2,644 petitions. So that's more than 2,500. This is indeed a whopping increment by applicants from Nigeria. And when we look at that of 2024, even though we are yet to complete the fiscal year 2024, you can already see that the number of petitions already it is at 2,000, about 2,400 and 92, kind of a little bit lower than 2,500, which of course, by the time we complete this fiscal year, it's gonna be more than that of 2023 for sure. So the lesson from all of this is to note that there has been increments from Nigerian applicants. And who knows, perhaps as the trend continues, yes, it's encouraging to see that. Why not be part of it as well? You can be part of this. So make your petition. And when we look at the approved petition as well, by this second line, we can see that the approval almost, align with the total number of petition received. So the approval rate is also kind of alarming. And of course, the peak of approval is also more than 2,000 in 2023, again, for those from Nigeria. And when we look at the denied petition as well, we see a very low percentage of denied petition by the red line. So it's really important to understand the statistics and make your application and be part of approved petition. And the next one we're going to take a look at quickly is the EB1 petition. As we are aware, the EB1 petition has three subcategories. One of it is for alien with extraordinary ability, which is the EB1A or E11. We have the second one, which is for outstanding professors or researchers, which is the E12, and we have the E13, which is for multinational executives or managers. Again, when we look at this graph closely, we see that there are higher applicants for the EB1A or the EB11, and that's also because this gives you opportunity to self-petition, while the other two are dependent on employers. Again, if you look at the trend, you would see that starting from kind of 2022, there is also a significant increment, and of number of applicants for the EB11 or the EB1A. So the trend continues and it continues to increase. And the same thing applies to the EB1C or the E13. So all these words taking note of, make your application if you qualify. Stop pushing back from all of this. And lastly, when we look at the table, typically, when you look at this rough table, which is from USCIS source, we can see all the numbers for this fiscal year, the number of approved petition, denied for Form I-140. Again, this is specific to Nigerians alone. And one thing we can see for the EB1, for example, let's say if the EB1A category alien with extraordinary ability, it started in 2014 with 13, just 13. And we can see as of 2022, we have 47, 2023, 107. And in this present fiscal year that is still ongoing, 129. So again, it's increasing. And kudos to those that are, spreading the news just to make sure that people get to know about all of this. And so the same thing I'm still doing in this video, which I have also been doing in previous video, is to let you all be aware of these possible means. Again, if you are confused, you don't know if you are approved, again, perhaps you do not know if you are qualified for this or not, there are other videos which is already out there that you can, try to watch them to probably have an understanding of what this is all about. And if you want to make your application or self-petition, there are playlists, E for EB2 and IW for EB1A, which I will encourage you to go through them and you can make your petition by yourself. And overall, if you need our assistance as well, we can also be of help to you. Reach out to us via email or go to our websites to look at our services. Wishing you all the best. Make your application now. Don't wait till the election time. And of course, when the election comes, when we have the president, whether it's Joe Biden, whether it's Donald Trump, we want to expect or hope for an immigration policies that will favor the employment-based category, favoring the I-140 and the I-485. And of course, hoping that all the backlogs, people who have been approved for EB2 and IW and are still waiting and waiting for visa number to be available, hopefully something miraculous can happen. All right, so wishing you all the best. Stay tuned and see you in another video. Bye.